Welcome back, everybody. I am JustDaZack, and I saved the world countless times. We fought ancient demons, evil gods, vampires, we saved kingdoms, we ruled kingdoms. We had so many adventures throughout our lifetimes in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. But it's time to maybe just open up the bar and learn to live a humble, normal life. And that's what we're doing here in Tavern Talk. We have opened a bar, a tavern, and this is clearly a Dungeons and Dragons inspired game where we talk with our customers, learn them, learn about them, give them advice, and all of this with a cool and beautiful art style, as you can see, and a cool atmosphere. This is what Tavern Talk is about. As you can see here in the top right corner, we're going to have a look at the Kickstarter demo. A fun fact, this Kickstarter project has already been concluded, and the game was funded in I think roughly 6 hours or so. And in the course of just 5 days, they managed to exceed their Kickstarter goal by 300%. So this was a clear success. People are loving this, and we want to dive into this and see what Tavern Talk is about. I mean, just look at this thing in the bucket here already. Man. Loving this. Hopefully this is maybe one of the monsters, the demons, we just, took under our wings throughout our adventures. Also, there's a pigeon, because who doesn't need a pigeon, right? But yeah, that's it. New game, because options menu, there's 3 sliders. There's not much. Let's jump into it and see what this is about. Well, I am in everything, but let's go with he and him. And then Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. We can't name our tavern. Anyway, oh look, there's a tentacle there. Hiya, Innkeeper. How's it going? All nice and dandy? Well, yeah. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All nice and dandy? Yes. Yes, all nice and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove. Then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a dried nut. Not so healthy, though. Very thrilling in saucers or as a snack. There are various nut types. Walnuts, peanuts, pecan nuts. Also, be careful, there's a pigeon above you. Kind of in the background, but stupid pigeons trying to leave my customers alone. Anyway, I'm allergic. Wait, to pigeons? Or to nuts? Oh, the tentacle. Sorry, I'm totally paying attention to you. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I never told you. Dots. I just wish something would happen in my life. Something riveting. So, what you're saying is that you're missing the spice? Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. I was talking more about the spice in your life. That's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no nymphs, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. A classic case of boredom. Do you know that feeling? When nothing exciting is going on in your life? Well, actually, no. I was pretty much the chosen one when I was just born about, trained a lot. Then, I actually killed my first demon when I was about 12. And that was actually kind of an accident. So I lived an exciting life. So that's why I opened up this tavern. I really want to just try to learn what it is to learn a boring life. Life isn't about, but also not particularly funny. Well, have you tried visiting a circus? The circus in Dungeons and Dragons, or the fantasy world of Dungeons and Dragons, is probably a lot of fun. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? I don't know what zest is, so I guess circus? Huh? Well, perhaps you can find something funny there. I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have ulterior motives. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I've never lived through anything? Day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, saving people, wandering through the marshes, meeting a pretty nymph. A pretty nymph, that's pretty daring. Or, this sounds like the opening to a grand adventure. Well, pretty good, I would actually combine those. This pigeon, shoot pigeon! I'm actually, okay, sorry, I'm gonna answer you in a second. I'm actually pretty sure this pigeon is either the messenger of a god or it's a demon in disguise, I said. Like, this thing, I'm pretty sure it follows me for years now, and it's, you know, it's always trying to shit on my head. It's kind of daring, and I'm getting sidetracked. I do think that sounds like the opening to a grand adventure. Really? You think so? Well, perhaps it would be. Not that it would actually occur, because all I do is sit around and wish for these things to happen. Oh man, we're going meta right now, that's my life. I don't even know what nymphs do. I never met one. Oh, I met a couple, but I feel like you should make that experience for yourself. Texas, maybe? Oh, no, I don't think so, though. I would love to think about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. Excuse me. I feel like my drinks are superb, and I'm pretty sure like many a bard would love to tell the tale of my drinks. Excuse me, Fable. But hey, I wouldn't mind a jingle to keep it short. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I preferred if you didn't. Wait, what? That's not in character. I would totally prefer that. Oh, worst demo ever. Let me have the choice when I want to have my drinks be sung about. Okay, maybe one day I get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you one of my drinks? Yes, I would love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a sunny breeze, in case you forgot. I actually did forget, but thank you for the reminder, Fable. That's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating in the waves of a sunny lake. That feels like a backhanded comment, considering that you don't know what a nymph is and what they do, but I'll take it. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a sunny breeze. Message received. Though? I was wondering. I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Well, it's kind of a secret, but it's also kind of magic and a lot of experimentation. And, you know, at one time I was kind of stuck in the Feywild with a hack. And I don't think it was one of the evil kind, but I mean, of course she did the occasional sacrifices. And, well, there was actually a reindeer once, which actually ate a person, but that's a different story of the Feywild. And yeah, I had a lot of time there. Actually, I mean, technically, if you convert it to this time's scale, probably around 50, 60 years, where I kind of tried to experiment. That's kind of where my drinks come from. Could you show me? Yes, to true. I mean, sure, let's learn how to make drinks. Really? Yes. What do I do? Do I need to put on an apron? Or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Well, wait, for the apron or for the familiar? That wasn't clear to me. Welcome to my drink mixing nuke. Oh, look at this Andu. Andu is the best. I love you, Andu. This is why we together shall rule this plane of existence one day. But, you know, we have a couple of 100 years before we start that plan. Before that, let's chill together, right, Andu? I love you. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. And, I mean, there's a few missing cases here in the town, and it might be Andu, but don't worry about it. He likes you, so that's fine. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Oh man, we're bad. I think we're kind of a bad tavern keeper if we need to write that in the journal. On the other hand, it depends on the amount of patrons, right? So I guess it's fine. Rather write it down than to forget. Let's have a look. Ooh, oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. Well, I'm sure I know what was asked of me. I browse my recipes. Can't just freehand mix something to see what sticks. No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I have settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if I pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick up a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. Wait, why is it not constitution? This bothers me greatly that you go with defense instead of constitution. Wait, what? Maybe it's too long of a word? I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to undo. Once I'm done, I press the bell to activate the primordial vortex. That's cool. Also, that means 2 things. Because we previously mentioned that we haven't fed undo in a while, first off, that might mean that we haven't done a mistake in a while, or it might mean that we are a pretty bad tavern keep and we didn't have any customers in a while. So, or maybe both. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magic details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. All right, so this is the first stats. Undo. We can't pet undo. Okay, this bothers me. He doesn't react when we click and pat him. Worst game ever. Oh man, this needs to be in the full game. Wait, the glass is still empty. Time to get started. Okay, fair enough. We have this tree symbol here. If we click this, nothing. We have the sponge. We can't move the sponge. Ah! Okay, but we can click it at least. Okay, would be cool if you could just drag and drop it, something like that. Okay, what do we have here? We have the 5 potions. We have the symbols associated with them. And you wanted dexterity, which was the one on the top anyway, right? Oh, we can drag and drop this, so. Okay, undo. I'm just gonna... Yeah! Drink it! Oh, man. He's just eating everything. He'll love this. Okay, we want to bring that into the... Didn't I just add that to the bottle? What happened? Maybe I need to wait until it's highlighted. It's actually kind of hard to actually hit this. What the hell's going on? Oh, okay, like this. Gulp it over. I mean, just completely full, right? Or do we need to mix it? Can we spill it over? Oh, we can't. Dang it. Well, we did that. Maybe full dexterity? Is that what we want? Ding. This is not the right drink. It has to be a recipe from my handbook that fits. Okay, so here, buddy. Just drink it all. Maybe a little bit. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I like that. Okay, so we want to look into the book. Fair enough. Last whisper. Ooh. But we want to create a sunny breeze. Oh, there we go. Dexterity, but also a little bit of strength and defense. Oh, we can draw the recipe. Yeah. There we go. That's cool. So what is a little bit of strength? Boop, boop, boop. 1 ingredient there. And a little bit of defense. There we go. Sunny breeze. Man, Andu, we're so good that you also give that to us. Ding ding! We did it. Nice. Here you go. That's so cool. Wow, it actually, I need to implement this into one of my D&D campaigns where you have this magic tavern keeper, and when you order a drink, instead of the tavern keeper just bringing that physically onto the bar stool. I don't know what the term is for this. The bar desk here. It just magically, vroom, with a portal appears and just that's cool. It actually does teleport. Yeah, of course. What do you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I mean, I'm of that as well, but, I mean, I told you that there's a magic bottle going on. I see. Well, it gives your creation taste. That is delicious. Of course it is. I made that. You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much for your enthusiasm. Actually, you're kind of my only customer in these last... How long am I doing this? Oh, we have to zoom in a little bit. These adventures you dream of. I'm just scared that they would be the end of you. I mean, sometimes. But how would I know if I ever tried? Do you actually want to try? I want to implement my own character here. I mean, it's fine. Try it. You might die, but I mean, I tried a couple of times as well, and resurrection is actually kind of cool. It kind of feels tingly if you get brought back to life. This is actually not my original body. A different story though. Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but never mind. Dots. More dots. You're the gloomiest rogue. Oh, gloomy dots. More gloomy dots. Even more gloomy dots. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Dots. That's a stupid question, cuz for who else would it be? Right. Actually, a stupid question, yeah. What kind? Dots. A drinkable one. Very specific, thank you. We are very unpolite. Wow, what a stupid comment. That is super unpolite as a Tavern Keeper. Wow. I'm on my way to a fight. Need to pay some debts. Give me something that will boost my defense so I can claim victory. I'll see what I can find. She's so... Oh, man. Gotta protect her at all costs. Okay, we're now back here. Well, we have something for that. Order. Defense. Sunny Breeze? No, we have, for example, the Last Whisper. Sailor's Courage. The Steel Tonic has a lot of defense. Peak Sunrise also has a lot of defense. Frosted Lagoon. But it's probably gonna be the Steel Tonic, right? What do we have here? Stats. Rumors. Ooh. Quests. Ooh. Luck. Fair. Recipes. Ingredients. Okay, Ignis, Cantio, Pluma, Tempest, Frigus. Okay, for example, Tempest. This mystic potion is a must-have for every self-respecting tavern. It is infamous for the strengthening your mind and boosting your intelligence. Its origin is unknown, but many scholars and wizards favor it, so it has to be good. I like how we... so we are clearly not a certified tavern here. There's no health inspection going on, considering that not even wizards know what's in this potion. So we might be killing people right here. I really think we are the evil guy. You know, maybe doing some mind influencing here, poisoning the people. If we, even we don't know, or maybe we do, but clearly the general public doesn't know what's in our ingredients. Oh no, this is not good. Okay, Steel Tonic, let's try this out. Sure, let's go. It's a bunch of... Let's go with like 3, I think, maybe? Let's try this. Okay, we want to have a little bit of... Now, Crone, go. There we go. 1 in. And a little bit of strength as well. That looks good, right? Steel Tonic! Ding, ding, ding! Here you go. Whoop! I like this little animation when it appears. Whoop, whoop. This should taste like victory. Thanks. I almost washed away the memories of the banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Enough to kick some ass. At least. All right. The brooding type, I see. I mean, at least he laughed, but, you know, I don't know, that's a... Why do you comment like this? You come across as a dick, Mr. Tavern Keeper. Dots. What are you thinking about, Fable? Nothing. Just dreams. Oh, well, yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Well, isn't that up to you? I'm freaking pitching... Where's the broom? I gotta cast Fireball eventually. Wish it was. My brother says my dreams are fool's errand, that I am running away from where I belong. Is that what he said? Yes, he said... We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that patters down the mountain. We keep the balance. That's what we're meant to do. Well, and is that what you want to do? I mean, yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I mean, as a ranger in the forest, I wouldn't say it's really that safe, but I want to live a life so full of adventure. Boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for the same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It is my home after all. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my family looks after the grove. I think I'd be fine without me. Well, then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop etching then? Well, I think though, at least to a degree. Frankly, it could also be heart disease what you have. I don't know. There we go! Did you see this? The pitch just shut down! Luckily it didn't hit you. I mean, maybe that's what makes the candles. Now look at them. I haven't replaced these candles. There again! I cast Fireball. How do I do that? I want to cast Fireball, please. Let's actually save the game. This is probably the boss fight here. Fireball! Doesn't work. I'm gonna keep my eye on you, shithead! Oh, I will you. I've heard stories and tales about you, shithead. Shitting on all these robots in there. Now you hear my tavern here. I'm talking to you, mister. Oh, I will get you. You are my arch nemesis. One day. When I rule this evil this plane of existence, which I will turn evil, you are the first one to go. But you could also join me, shithead. Together, we could rule it. I mean, together, you, me, and Andu. One day. Anyway, well, whatever did. that would be a dream come true. Well, be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. That is kind of sad, but also true, because I'm just fabulous, so I'm kind of the most exciting part for everyone who meets me or even hears about me, so don't feel bad about that, Fable. Alright, a little later. Oh no, it's a furry. Well, with whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Curlin. You can call me Cur or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Ha! Almost like a play of words there. Nice to meet you, Cur, Lynn. What can I do for you? You do the thing with the quests, right? I mean, yes. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No. I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Well, elaborate. Oh, look at the pigeon staring into my soul. It's shitting a cut. I will get you one day. I will get you. That could be a quest for you if you would slay the pigeon. I would pay you handsomely. No? Yeah, okay. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregarin. A werewolf? Oh. Room unlocked. Werewolf mayhem. Okay, wait. Screw you, Kerm. I'm gonna have a look at my rumors real quick. Let me look at my book. Oh, there's also a banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully a rhetorical device. I mean, hopefully not. I want to see and have a banshee. That's actually good for business if you have a banshee in the vicinity, because that means more people die, thus more adventures arrive, thus more people stay at our inn and buy our drinks. That's good for business. The Volcakin Curlin told me about a werewolf who's roaming around Tregarin, a potential threat to villages. By the way, I just want to point out, I appreciate that there's dots at the ends of these sentences for an early demo. That's thumbs up. That makes me happy. Well, a werewolf, that's news to me, even though I saw you shitting there again. One day. Listen, sorry for not listening. Me too. Didn't see you in almost a decade, and that was far south than Eruvi. I've been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up, like a nomad. What did you just do with your tongue there? That's inappropriate. Please, just order at least something. I thought the werewolf hype died together with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Is that a lazy Twilight reference? I hope not. No, that just split society into two camps, Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. Which one were you in, Kip? Werewolf? Is it the fur on the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp or more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. I'm getting tired of this. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, well, all I'm saying is the downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. Is that the reason why you don't want to be taking care of the werewolf yourself? Or want to take care of him yourself, sorry? Were it? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too familiar to my Uncle Dragon. Wouldn't feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is it a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can tell. So you're kind of afraid to doing the adventuring. Got it. It's fine. The secret is safe with me. Want to avoid an awkward family reunion, you know? Alright. Anything else that might help others get down with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Shouldn't they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dark, trust me. So it would work on here. Also, I feel like, honestly, I think, is this like, you know, a judgmental or even racist comment against werewolf? Just because it has some dog things, you think it would automatically play fetch? Maybe it's just a joke. Okay, joke is fine. Maybe it's a bad joke. I'll also accept bad jokes. But if it's just meant as a degradatory, you know, a negative comment against werewolves, against the race of werewolves, we have a problem here. Anyway, good to know. Thanks, Lynn. I really couldn't care less about you. Fetch. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn or Lynn. Honestly, it is kind of hard. Got your... Carolyn. Alright, Chief. You got a name or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now, because it's the demo. Playing hard to get, I see. Actually, not you! Oh, pigeon. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture out, you've got a drink for me, right? Yeah, of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. And don't dare giving me any of that watered-down muck instead. Man, that rumor that I'm actually having do serve a lot of watered down stuff is spreading, right? Oh, dang it, and all right, let's look into our thing. Something with a lot of strength. Probably the Frosty Lagoon or the Sailor's Courage. I feel for you, the Sailor's Courage. But what happens if I give you a solid... I mean, this has more strength. Let's go with this. Okay, so 3 times this. 1, 2, 3. And then a little bit of dexterity. There we go. And a little bit of defense. There we go. Sailor's Courage. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, how did I miss hitting the ding, ding? Oop, here you go. A drink with the 0 water is requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Well, you're welcome. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back north through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to clean up. I like how there's actually, this sailor's thing that there's... This looks so cool, like, you have the waves here, it's sparkling with the apps, cool, because it's the power thing, you have this little sail there going on, which there's even there's apparently, also some wind going on. We need a magic tavern. Man, these are such cool drinks, you just bring in a little bit of magic in there and that would be a legitimate, cool franchise in the world of Dungeon Dragons. Serving drinks like those, so cool. Well, what kind of business? My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. I would say she's hallucinating, but I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptake up north, so... Well, might as well humor her. You mean rumor her, right? It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? No, not really. Think there's not much use digging up the past. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I really should try to do that, but no, because I'm a prick. Then don't bother. Shit! Did you just double the shit there in the background? Not cool, man. This is my tavern. And why is this innkeeper? This innkeeper is actually kind of a prick, right? I'm not sure if I like this innkeeper, and I'm leaving it. If you find any more rumors or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf down to groups, but sure, I'll be back for more work. I've been waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to get to waste. Yeah, sure, tell me. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I just want to point out I really like the music in the background. Kinda cool. Okay, I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best step would be sorting the fitting snippets onto your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventures. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Kellen. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright, time to assemble a quest. An unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the north. Undead snails are being accused of stealing crops. Can we do that? I want to do that. The werewolf previously has been seen in the Irove, a southern town. In Nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? Banshee? Can we just combine this? New quest, double on. But we also have this. The Wooker King Kerlin told me about a werewolf who's roaming around at Tragarian, a potential threat to villagers. Okay, let's go with that. That's a good lead up. Then we tell them that the werewolf has previously been seen in Eruva. And by the way, a werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run off their stick. I feel like as a tavern keeper, I would like to do an appendix here and telling guys this is just a rumor. It's probably kind of racist against werewolves, so just you keep that in mind. It might not work and might lead to your death. I'm not responsible for your death. Okay, I want to sign the contract. There we go. A werewolf on detours. A reticent Vukakin passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregarin from Erever. They pose a potential threat to helpless villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on the quest and save Tregarin from this werewolf mayhem? No payment included. If you die, it's totally your own fault. Signed, the Innkeeper. Cool, we did it. Ooh, fade to black. Oh, yes. Oh, you're done. You're the very best. I love you so much. Okay. Cool. Working the broom. Love this. Cool. Build version 32. The 58th of the Wake. Act 1. The Wayfarer is in. Part 2. Prelude to Bravery. Is this how we're in? Kind of cool. There's a sheep! Nice. There's the pigeon! Or no, that looks more like a chick. And there's a tiny dragon here as well. That's cool. Okay. Start the day. Sure. What's gonna happen now? The world of the exciting. Oh, not so exciting. Oh, there we go. Quest taken. Oh, you want to fight the werewolf? How? Oh, I mean, you are a ranger, right? You have a ranger brother? Sure, why not? Thoughts. What do we have there, Fable? Oh, it's starting. Well, I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregerin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? No, not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? Well, the one who knows their way around difficult terrain, like a ranger. Woods even, like a ranger. Preferably one who's good with a bow, like a ranger. One that will tell me that they want the quest, like you. Huh. I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable, you are. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you. Telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern, and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, that's the start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest? You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they are just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you about if anyone had taken it yet. And I didn't think that far. I see. Or rather I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is kind of worse. Oh, I get that, yeah. I would actually go and rather kill the werewolf before talking to it as well. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrows, I miss and shoot a tree instead? I mean, I would actually say it's worse if the werewolf is actually reasonable and you could talk out of it. You know, it's just so much more bothersome to just, try to make the werewolf part of this society instead of just killing them. Just play, don't play. But that's a different conversation altogether. I miss my shoot a tree instead, and then the tree will be mad at me. Oh yeah, you can also probably maybe talk to trees. I mean, that's more like a druid thing. But yeah, what is the squid doing there? Like shooting its fruits all over my tavern. Man, do we have a mimic chest, by the way, here anyway? That would be cool. Anyway, I mean, maybe the trees matter too, but it won't really matter because I'll be dead. Because of the werewolf. Actually, I appreciate, clarifying that, because the tree could have maybe killed you as well in this, more theoretical question. Look at these, by the way. I mean, there's either we have winter in our tavern, and I need to fix that, or, this plant thing is moving. I'm pretty sure this is more like a plant monster, probably gathered from one of our adventures. Oh, what is in these, by the way? Look at the background. We clearly are not a good guy, because in these glasses, that's either a snake or, like some bugs, so it doesn't look like something I would display at my tavern, but what do I know? We are clearly no good. Well, that took a quick turn, so maybe I should put the quest back. Fable, yes, you already put down the quest, you took it, there's no going back, that's a magical contract, you're just bound for life, either you die. Oh, there's an eye here! There's an eye between the books. What kind of monster lurks in the darkness of our bookshelves? Probably something dark and sinister. Anyway, yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make that decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. Well, I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? Yeah. My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. Also, I killed a lot of slimes. I actually make drinks out of slimes. I've eaten a lot of slimes. I mean, you can make a really good stew out of them. But that's a different thing. All right, what do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You still bones? Only 2 slimes. And necromancers. Maybe you can add my bones to your menu soon. We'll just have to pick them up from the forest. Oh, yeah, I thought that was clear that I will totally do that then. I think I would have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up 3 bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you are trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on the quest. It won't make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic fable. The protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. I mean, kinda. Also, I guess if you die, that's still maybe like... It could be a funny song if you die, you know? It depends on how you die. But every time that I think about embarking on a quest, all I can think about are the ways in which it could go wrong. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Like a dangerous werewolf that would totally eat you or turn you, or, you know, a tree when you hit the tree that kills you? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf, we don't know what it is thirsty for, and might prefer orange juice. Uh-huh. That's a weird pep talk, but sure, let's go with that. It might. Well, heroes have a history, right? Inspirational feats they can look up back on to define their bravery. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Oh god, I want to ask both questions. The Mary Morgan incident? Yeah, let's go with that. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear of it? Oh, thanks, Bert. Word didn't carry on. I mean, I did, but anyway, what did you? It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally get out of my daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on the way, passing through the Ashen Grove. They wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Triggerin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So of course, it ought to be gone wrong. I really wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way of that. How so? I felt their condescending looks on my back as I worked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually looked, but my fear got hold of me and I led them astray. I blacked out, I think. Never got lost in the woods before. Wait, maybe... Oh, okay, just throwing this out there as a theory. Maybe, Fable... I mean, maybe you are the werewolf that is apparently haunting the woods, and maybe you turned and ate them and killed them when they relied upon you, you know, for their guidance and your protection, and then you blacked out because you're a werewolf, you transformed, you ate them, you killed them murderously. One of them was actually, you cut off their limbs with or you just ripped off the limbs, and while they were still barely hanging out in pain and about to black out, you started to eat their innards. Maybe that's what happened. But I couldn't see well with the blood rushing in my ears and feeling dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever pass. Past the riverbanks of the Shiver Mare, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that is known to drown man. Well, the Banshee. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I let them ride into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still their laughing stock at every gathering. I mean, if they are good adventurers, they know sometimes you have a bad exploration role, you know? Well, how am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again, to be fair? It could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera, residing in the Quack Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. I mean, it depends. Challenge rating of a chimera is probably not as hard as a banshee. I mean, technically, I guess a banshee's challenge rating isn't that high, but that's kind of, you know, not that well balanced. Banshees are very well known for being way more deadly than their challenge rating indicates. So Maybe the challenge rating of a Chimera is higher, but I think I might also just mix it up with a Manticore right here. But I would rather fight a Manticore than a Banshee. Banshees are deadly, man. Girl, sorry. Well, they say it has a taste for adventurers, but you didn't. You didn't need them though, but I didn't. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem. But how can I not be? All I ever do is fail. I don't think that's true. You've done many wonderful things, and the future is yet to be written. I don't think anyone really wants to read my story. I would. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to hearing about your heroic ballads, or the funny ones if you die. So, you think I should go on the quest? Perhaps. I'm now kind of think, because you also mentioned it like getting dizzy and feeling like the blood rush or so. I'm kind of getting more convinced that actually you are the werewolf. But hey, who knows? Even after what you've just heard, I almost killed those adventurers. How am I supposed to save anyone? I will probably just make it worse. Well, your absence will not make it better. You don't know that. Neither do you. All we do know is that without you, there will be one less person helping them. And, paying me for my service. Someone else will do a better job. There might not be someone else. That would be horrible. Someone has to help those people. They can't just be abandoned. I agree. But what if I do make it worse? What if you make it better? What if you help them? Save them even? So what if you make a mistake in the middle? Or if someone else comes along to give you a hand? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows, you might even end up joining a party. Perfect heroes do not exist anyhow. Just ones that try. Even if they are scared. Well, what if they are terrified? Then they should try terrified. Okay, I don't get that, but sure. At least that means they are trying. Fair. Okay, yeah, just try, instead of running away. Would you prefer to run? Nope, I think I only run because I'm better at it. But then again, I never really try anything else. Maybe I should not decide to walk away before I even tried the other path. In a case of an emergency, better heroes can always save me again. Or you them. One day, maybe. First I'm going to save all these villagers, so that at least some of us don't have to be afraid anymore. No werewolf shall stand a chance against me. Right? Right. You will do great, I just know it. But before you go, would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes, please. I even got new infusions in this morning, so I'm well prepared to help. That sounds wonderful. What do we have here? We've got some Thunder Sage, which is set to enchant words. With its magic, you should be able to inspire others and boost their abilities through your support. Then I have a couple golden feathers. They're extremely rare, but once in your possession, they can grant you haste. Briefly, the expiration date is a bit unpredictable. How did you get those? Pure luck. Alright then, keep your secrets. So considering all of that, do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolves won't see me coming? I mean, should also once, hopefully it doesn't sniff you, but that's a different thing, I guess. Something with a lot of dexterity. Sorry, my voice is kind of going down right now. I'm gonna sip a cup of coffee here, my own mixed drink, so to speak. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need the surprise round's advantage, so maybe haste would be helpful too. Or maybe instead, something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it is just a hungry lost lichen after all and is a pep talk and hug. Maybe you can even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that, and some additional inspiration. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it one of the abilities I ask for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. Could change the entire outcome of this quest. I love this. This is so cool. That this is your main way to influence the game, the story, the characters by your potions you give and mix for them. That's cool. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware. Sorry for backseat mixing. Backseat mixing. Okay, this is stupid. I like it. Well, now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with the other ingredients. They may alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. Should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I can mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjust the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Well, so I have these. So these are the infusions, these two. Can't change the shape of this yet. Oh, undo, we need a button to pad undo. If that is not in the main game, I will call it the worst game ever made. We need to be able to pad undo. Please. It's important. How's this? What if I... Okay, there needs to be something in. I want to feed under right now. There we go. Let's mix this up. Come on. Who's the best boy? You're the best boy. I love you. Anyway. So we have these orders. So 2 potions, right? 1 for Swiss, one for diplomacy. So we have the rumors. We have the quest. A werewolf on detours. The lock. The recipes. Ingredients. Infusions. Thunder Sage and Golden Feather. Haste and inspiration. Well, let's go the recipes first, I would say. Oh, man. Where are my recipes? There we go. So I want to have something for charisma, was it right? Top left, Peak Sunrise. Maybe this? What else do we have? That does have the most inspiration. The Peak Sunrise 0.5 is a sweet drink that feels like standing on a tall mountain's peak. While focusing on charisma, adventurers may feel infused with the toughness of their favorite... Oh, there's a space missing. Favorite mountain range. As one word. Unsurprisingly, very popular with the climbers and boulderers. Okay, fair enough. Unsurprisingly, very. Also, space missing maybe. Or just the font that is so small. Is that the right one? I mean, you want to have something for swiftness. We could also combine it. But she did said that, right? So let's go with that. For now, so definitely 3 times inspiration. Because we want to have the werewolf in the tavern at one point, right? That would be so cool. Hopefully that works. Okay, 2 of those. Maybe. Is that the right ones? Peak Sunrise, yeah. But we also want to give it, I guess, extra inspiration, right? Not the swiftness. I mean, that's what the recipe is about anyway. So that means we want to have the Thunder Sage. Yeah. Which also says more bolt string, less that. So it should be this, right? Do I just throw it in there? Like this? Sometimes it's kind of hard to really select the thing, because it's kind of here. But not if I'm completely over it. So, I'm actively trying right now to select, to have the glow, but I can't. What am I doing wrong? I would like to put this in there, please. That's in front of... Can I feed under with this? No. How do I add this? I would like to add this now as an infusion. Do I need to... It's... Now there's no glow at all anymore. Okay, I can't... No, I want to add this. Because that's what she said, right? Or the tutorial as well. That I'm supposed to add this infusion. Or maybe it's just in like... Okay, maybe it's just... Okay. I guess because early demo, it's just in there like this, maybe? So either this is a bug. No, I think it's in there. Okay. Just very basic. Okay. Oh, I love you, buddy. Okay, I guess that's it now. Oh, dang it. I screwed up. No, wait, this is wrong. There we go. More of this. So we have the Peak Sunrise right now, right? So if I take this out again. Is this a Peak Sunrise? He doesn't have the shield anymore. But it should be. And now I add this, and that should be it, right? This is not the right drink. What? It has to be a recipe from my handbook that fits. Huh? I mean, this is the Peak Sunrise. And I added the infusion. Okay, I'll just give you the stuff, buddy. There we go. Can I just delete all of this? Like this? There we go. Okay, Peak Sunrise. This is what I tried to do with the infusion. Which should be this one. There we go. Oh, because it adds 1 here? And maybe I did too much otherwise? So definitely 3 charges of this. Pretty sure this is... Oh, okay. Because this is now Peak Sunrise as well. Because we just need the infusion and the 3 dexterity. So that should be it. Maybe. Huh. Interesting. She doesn't look happy right now. Oh, thank you. I feel much better. Braver. But bombing. No, wait, this sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregarin. Okay, what does... What? That's a weird sentence there, out of nowhere. And I'm going to protect them all. I'll talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could need that too. Just hope I don't have to fight anymore. No, I will be okay. Because of your help. I'll be able to take myself out of any situation. Talk. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed. You're welcome. You're really gonna pay me eventually. Your tip is very big. I believe in you, Fable. Thank you. I will try to follow your example. Follow your heart instead. I think that's a better roadmap. I can't wait to tell you about my victory. Best of luck. Best of patience. Oh, she's... I give her 50-50 that she's gonna die. What do you think, shithead? I hope Fable will be alright. I hope they don't run into a clown. Or maybe they should. They could become friends. Fable, the mighty hero, and the best friend, the magic clown. Is that anything? Dots. I'd rather like to have that for myself instead of... Well, that's fine. Okay, we're feeding our friend again. Swinging the broom. And swinging all the ways anyway. And having a candle burn. I feel like we should put this out. New friends and former enemies. The question is, okay, maybe the werewolf appears now. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, guys, and see if we meet this werewolf. But now we have both of them at the tavern. That's kind of cool. See you in a second. So we just asked, does this have something to do with the quest? They just bantered a little bit. And now, yeah, Fable answers, it does. It does have something to do with the quest. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. Well, I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? Quite a lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did, kind of. Well, I also remember you saying you did not want the quest killing. I didn't. It was there by chance. And they were both stealing sheep. Wasn't? Sure was. Adventuring pay ain't what it once was. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. I have a sheep in front of my tavern, and if you're gonna steal it, I actually don't care in this life, but in my next life, and like maybe a couple of 100 years, I'm gonna haunt you. Because then that's when I'm evil again. Well, mind your own business. Well, how does any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, after leaving your tavern, I traveled swiftly through the Ashen Grove. I reached the borders of Tregarin right after dawn. And just want to point out that from the writing, I'm actually a little bit confused that she didn't travel with her brother. Because she mentioned that early on, right? She has a brother who's more confident and also is a ranger. I think it's not bad to at least consider this for the first quest, to travel together to hunt down the werewolf. I would have expected that. I think that makes the most sense, because he's also a ranger. It is close to the forest, so I feel like she should have actually contemplated asking her brother and traveling with him together. And, or at least, you know, thinking about that, and I feel like that should have been a choice here. Maybe she should have asked us, and then, should I go alone? Should I ask my brother? And that should maybe also have a different outcome on the quest together with a potion. I'm honestly a little bit disappointed that the brother that was mentioned previously didn't have any influence in, like, not even a single mention in all of this. What do you think, shithead? He agrees with me. The vineyard stretched far ahead, and I saw the one or other farm nestled in between. It's really idyllic, at least before sunset. Do we have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually. A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness. I'm no owl. Thanks, bird. You're already weird enough. Dots. Anyway, lucky darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Luckily. So, I hear creaking fans and footsteps that are failing and keeping it quiet. Yours are failing at being small. So I sneak closer and I see a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was patting it, thinking she was going to steal it. I summoned all my courage and stepped out of shadows and said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect her to be in her full senses, of course, but I wanted to be polite. Then I thought it might confuse her. Well, it did confuse me all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. I agree. Or an insane one. I agree too. Well, it worked, didn't it? because I ain't a werewolf. He wasn't that different, but I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a, "What?" Surprised my plan worked, I said again, "Please put down the sheep, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling growl. Please, it was barely a bark. It made the blood freeze in my veins. Hearing heavy footsteps, I barely dared to turn around. You turned immediately. And then I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow, gleaming eyes. Well, gleaming with jaundice. I don't know what jaundice means, unfortunately. Sharp teeth. Giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep? Obviously, I set it down before. So you came to Fable's aid. No, that I did. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old shithead. Not that one. Hey, what can I say? Shithead! What the shithead? Youth protection. The age rating assessment is quite harsh. Shithead! Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. The only way I couldn't bring him up these days is by joking. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Feeder, cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away, without a word, left us and Uncle Feeder behind to worry senseless, until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever see him again. So, that's why you wanted to talk it out with your fists? I tried. But Alfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I got them to stop for long enough to get them to listen to me. I threatened that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. Well, looked mightily scary there, little guy. Thank you. I set them down and made sure to be between them, so that if they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds dangerous. Was. What if stopped for them? What? You're the size of a stick. You think you can stop two angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway, I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the disagreement. Feud. The feud, sure. It turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. And that ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. We had known we would have helped him best we could. At the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. Well, he didn't expect that, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving. Deal with it alone. All of that. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any of the human things. That's something he and Carolyn have in common. What? The stubbornness. An unwillingness to ask for help. Dots. But they had to talk about it. The silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? Well, the little stick is strangely persuasive. I totally mispronounced that. But anyway, something about the earnest here is frustratingly inspiring. I was talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you want to. Dots. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first. An apology to Uncle Feder and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess I hoped it'd feel better than a greatsword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with Cure, he can still barely control himself. We helped him realize that even Cure couldn't change what he's done. that he has to accept this that he is different now. Learn how to live again. Of course, it isn't easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement, a small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. They taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of shit. It's real. You're real crescent moose. Dots. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an end, rather the beginning of something new. So, the end of an adventure is just the beginning of a new one. Exactly. I like that. Dots. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? And got offered to spend the day at their settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Alfie here was trying to get back here to you. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. So, a drink. What can I offer you, Colin? Surprise me with something that fits my strength and brawn. Now we would do the drink again. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good point to wrap up this first impression series. And yeah, I like this. I love the theme, the feeling. I like the characters. I honestly am not sure if I like the Innkeeper. I would love to have a little bit more of, more option to how we construct him, how we interpret it, or how we, want to have this Innkeeper be. I think there's a little bit too much of writing into him, and he comes across, at least in the beginning, too much of a prick for me. And I tried to play a prick, and it seems like the prick in the game, the Innkeeper is even more of a prick. But maybe that's just me being too much of a prick, which I'm going for. And so I can recognize other pricks. So needs to be one to know one or something like that, right? Regardless, I love our little guy here, and it seems like this is literally just flipped away. As you can see, our old dude out now. Would be cool if the bucket would still be here, But that's just a minor thing. Yeah, I can see why this was kickstarted successfully so quickly. Love the art, love the atmosphere, love the music. The writing is definitely the main thing. And beside that, and what I mentioned previously, it needs more polish. It's a Kickstarter. I mean, does it really need polish? And clearly this resonated with a lot of people. And I'm just super nitpicky here. That's all I can say. Maybe the absolute nitpick, which I pointed out across the video, that's about it. This is cool. What is important, later on in the full game and here as well, how different are the outcomes of the different choices. So maybe you gave the elf in your playthrough, and if you want to play the demo, link is down below in the description. Check that out. And tell me, because I would really like to know, how different are the outcomes? I now choose to give her the drink that made her more inspirational, more talkative, having more charisma. I really wonder how the outcome changes and how the outcome is if we give her the dexterity. Does it mean the werewolf would have died? Does it mean maybe Kerlin would have died because she's in such a ranger mood she would just shoot both of them or so? I really want to find out how much that can change your story throughout the game. But yeah, Tavern Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Please tell me what you think of the game. Please tell me what you think of my amazing English reading skills. I mean, could you even tell that I'm not a native English speaker? I'm perfect, all I know. Please tell me what you think, especially in these longer videos. Feedback is greatly appreciated. Stay awesome, and we'll see each other in the next video. And thumbs up, of course. Thank you.